Chosen Vessels, what's the deal? It's Druuill, and I'm back at you again with another video. Shout out to the Galactic family. I need every chosen vessel to hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. All right, we back at you again with another video. You already know what time it is. Let's get right into it. Return love for hate, good for evil, and intelligence for ignorance, so you can elevate and have growth. All right, let's talk about it. You want to return love for hate, because if you fall into the trap of hating the people who hate you, it's going to stir up more strife. All right, love conquers all, hate stirs up strife. So you don't want to stir up any more strife than that's already stirred up. All right, you want to have some peace. So when people, or not even people, when you just feel the spirit of hate in the atmosphere, right? You want to throw some love out there, because that love will tear that hate to shreds. It will eliminate that spirit. So have love, because when you entertain hate, you actually entertain it. You let it enter you, and now you're entertaining it. All right, that spirit. And now when you start to hate, you start to get angry, that spirit starts to change you. So now you start to get more angry, more frustrated, and you start to become a mirror image of the person that is coming after you to try to attack you and put that spirit in you in the first place. So basically you're doing what it wants you to do when you involve yourself with the hate, and instead of returning love. When you return love, it puts a force field up around you, and it blocks that hate, and it also changes the other person, because it puts them in a mindset of reform. They like in limbo. They don't know what to do. It's like they got to figure something out, and you could potentially off that spirit. All right, you could potentially off that spirit. All right, on some demon slayer type stuff, like just straight cast it out with love, So because if you don't take on that spirit, it's like it doesn't get to multiply, it doesn't get to grow. So it's like you're canceling it out. So return love for hate and good for evil, because it helps you go in the right direction as far as your growth. It helps you become a better person. It helps you deal with people how a person of God is supposed to deal with people, a person who wants to be a good person who wants to do right. If that's your aim, if that's what you want to do, you want to move like that, then it's best for you to return love for hate, because it makes your spirit more at ease. It makes you a more peaceful person, right? And you're more relaxed. And me personally, I like being in a relaxed state more than like a angry state, because like anger is something that some people deal with, and if anger is something that you deal with, then you're gonna want to focus on things that will help you chill out and relax a little bit. And returning love for hate is one of those things. That's why the Bible says that, because God doesn't want you tearing yourself up. He doesn't want you destroying yourself over things that you don't have any control over. So one thing that you do have control over is returning what you have. All right, so you want to have love, you don't want to have hate. So you want to be able to give something positive instead of something negative. So when people get ignorant, when people are acting difficult or unruly, you want to be a better person for yourself. It doesn't even have anything to do with them, really. So you could disregard how they feel about it, or you could disregard their attitude, or them calling you names, trying to bait you or drag you in. Oh, you this, you that, you did whatever. All right, as long as you get to go about your day and just go back to focusing on yourself, that's really all that matters. So that's why it's better to do what's better for you and not entertain that negative energy, because you already know where it's coming from anyway. You already know it's not that's a spirit that's of the world. All right, it's trying to drag you in. So since you don't want to be dragged in, right, you have to come different than how other people are going to be coming at you. People are going to be coming at you all types of ways, trying to drag you in to some mess, and you're not going to want any parts of that, especially afterwards when you're tired and it done drained you, and you wasted your time, wasted your energy getting upset or getting baited into something or getting aggravated over something that you could have ignored, wasn't even really all that important. But it's little things like that that you could potentially get caught up over. And that's why it's good to pre-program your mind so that when high stressful situations or situations that may stress you out, or maybe you haven't been working on yourself and you're starting to, so you got a lot of pent up like aggression or stress, and you don't need anything to try to set you off, it's good to have little coping mechanisms and little mindful tips to help you just get through your day, to keep you out of trouble, keep you in a better state of mind, and keep you looking towards your future positively, instead of seeing seeing a negative reality for yourself. So you don't want to look at your world from a negative point of view, like bad things are always happening to you, or people are always out to get you, or nothing's working out for you. All right, you want things to work out for you, but your mind dictates most of that. Whatever you think is creating your reality. Like you are what you think. As a man thinketh, so is he. So whatever you think, like whatever your thoughts are comprised of or built up of mostly, and whatever you're thinking all day long, that's what your life and your reality is going to be dictated by. So it's better to be in a mindset to where you're attracting what you want. And when you're not dealing with hate, when you're not dealing with negativity, you're not attracting those things. You're not going to be attracting those people. You'll see those people, but they'll be far away from you. You won't be dealing with them, and they won't be dealing with you in a negative way. Even if you have to be around them or see them or whatever, it's not going to be negatively, because that's not what you're thinking, and you're not going to be drawing that out of them, and they're not going to be potentially trying to draw anything out of you. And if they are, you'll be able to overcome it because you'll have that calmness. All right, so you want to be calm. Being calm is something that's going to help you deal with life in general, because you don't know what's going to happen. Anything could happen. So being calm is definitely going to let you handle things the right way and help you process things better than if you were angry or upset. You may not be thinking clearly, and your decisions may not the decisions you make while you're mad may not be the best decision. So you don't really want to act while you're upset. You want to chill, find a place where you can go relax, do some deep breathing, meditate, art, pray, like recite a verse or something, Bible verse or something that will help you relax and calm down. Because in the heat of the moment, when things are potentially about to upset you, you want to have something that you can go to, so where you don't snap. Because the people that snap, I guarantee you, is probably because they don't have that coping mechanism. They haven't worked on themselves. They didn't do anything to change that. They just always went to that attitude, like boom, attitude, boom, attitude. You keep going to that attitude, that's not going to benefit you in the long run. You could potentially end up making some life altering life-changing decisions. So look, I know you want to grow. Life's all about growth. I know you want to grow. I know you don't want to stay stagnant. When you don't change and you have certain things about yourself that would benefit you if you did change, you'll stay stagnant. You won't have any growth. You won't get anywhere. And you potentially won't move forward in life. All right. So I know you want to move forward. And when you have hate in your heart, and a lot of it is from being around people and being around people that you had no business being around because they was just straight up negative. All right. So sometimes, like when you have a lot of negative people around you, you'll pick up that hate because you'll hate being around them. And if you don't know why, or if you're unaware of what's going on around you, you just know it's a lot of stuff that you don't like, or people are mistreating you, or it feels like something is wrong, or you're confused all the time, it feels like games are being played on your mind, then you probably have a lot of hate that you may need to let go. You probably have a lot of hurt that you may need to let go, whether it's hate or it's hurt. You need to let it go, and neither of them are good. All right, and love will fix all those things. All right, so just so you could fix you and you could be a better person for you, regardless of how anyone feels about it, regardless of what anyone has to say about you or your past or whatever type of person you were in the past. You can let go of your past person. All right, if you were if you were something in the past that you don't like, if you had anger, if you had hate, if you had hurt, if you had a lot of like aggression or just mad all the time, if that's a part of you that you want to let go, you can let that person go. You don't have to hold on to that person. That person doesn't have to be a part of your identity anymore. All right, you can change and you could become a whole brand new person. You could be made new. All right, so you don't have to be that person. All right. Let that person go. All right. Let God heal you. All right. Let Jesus heal you. Let Jesus take all that negative energy out of you. All right. Let God take all that negative energy out of you. And how you could do that is you could project yourself in the mind of Jesus. All right. Because when you think of Jesus, Jesus would never be angry. He'd never have hate in his heart. All right. He may have wrath for people, but as far as trying to picture him angry, try to picture him angry. All right, you really can't do it. That picture of him praying while he's kneeling down and looking up at the heavens. Try to change that picture from that image to an angry image, and I guarantee you, you won't be able to do it. You feel good when you think about that image and look at that picture. All right, because that's a very powerful image. So you look at that and you visualize yourself projecting yourself in the mind of him, and you immediately feel better. So project yourself into the mind of God, project yourself into the mind of Jesus, and you will immediately be healed, because it's something that goes off within your subconscious mind when you do that, and it sets off like a good response, and it helps you look at your life in like a better way, to where you're not thinking negatively, and whatever issues you're dealing with, it helps them just like drop away, and it helps them be non-existent, because God doesn't have any issues and Jesus doesn't have any issues. So when you project yourself into the mind of either one of them, then you'll be able to be healed, and you won't have to deal with that anger, that frustration, or that hate. You'll be a new person. You'll feel better about yourself. You'll feel lighter, um, and you'll have the peace that you've been looking for, that you really want. All right. A lot of people like peace. A lot of people don't want to be disturbed. A lot of people are chill individuals, and there's a lot of things that they value that the world doesn't value. So when you're one of those people, you have certain values that the world doesn't value. You really have to look out for yourself, and you really have to take care of what you feel is important. So you have to look at life from your point of view, and you have to look for what you're interested in, and you have to maintain your focus on your interests, so that way you can stay focused on yourself, and you can get done what you need to get done, and you're not getting distracted by this, not getting taken away by that, things that will um, get you what's the word I'm looking for, will sway your mind away from what you're supposed to be paying attention to versus what you're not. All right, so there's always things going on, but you want to focus on the right things. And how you focus on the right things is by returning love for hate, evil for intelligence, and ignorance. No, returning love for hate, good for evil, and intelligence for ignorance. All right, you're gonna want to return. You're definitely gonna want to return that intelligence for ignorance, because some people, they just downright ignorant. And if you have some intelligence that will help you not even pay attention or worry about whatever they got going on, then that's the best thing you could do. Because getting involved in negative energy, like when you get involved with hate, it only stirs up more hate. So hate stirs up strife, and you don't need any more strife in your life. All right. So I'd like to thank everybody for watching this video. Hit the like button, hit the share button. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see everybody in the next video. It's been another Druuill special. Shout out to the Chosen Vessels. I'm out.